Welcome students. The last class we have seen how to solve the problem first and the second one. So we'll see how to complete the third and the fourth one. Now in the third problem, question number 3, only one sub question is there. So you have got 3a plus 7b upon 3a minus 7b is equal to 4 upon 3. So you need to find out the value of the ratio 3a square minus 7b square upon 3a square plus 7b square. So this value you need to find out. So now to start with, what you have to do, since you have got addition and subtraction here, first use the property of componendo dividendo to get the value of a upon b. So by componendo dividendo we get 3a plus 7b plus 3a minus 7b, numerator plus denominator, 3a plus 7b. Now you are subtracting it. I told you in the last class, when you subtract it, you have to change the sign of both the terms. So you get minus 3a plus 7b. So this will be equal to 4 plus 3 upon 4 minus 3. So here plus 7b minus 7b gets cancelled, 3a and minus 3a gets cancelled. So you get 3a plus 3a is 6a upon 7 plus 7 you get 14b is equal to 4 plus 3 is 7 and 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. Now here in this problem you have got the value of 6a upon 14b, but you want only the value of a upon b. So this 6 upon 14 should be taken to the other side. So when you take it to the other side, put the multiplication sign and take the reciprocal. So you get the value of a upon b is equal to, write 7 upon 1 as it is. Then you take the reciprocal of the fraction what you have got on the left hand side by putting multiplication sign. So here you get the value of this as reciprocal is 14 upon 6. Now next what you have to do is cancel it. Whatever, if you can cancel it, do the cancellation. So you get a upon b is equal to 2 3s are 2 7s are. So now here when you multiply it, what you get the answer? You get the answer as 49 upon 3. 7 7s are 49. So a upon b is equal to 49 upon 3. So you have got the value of the ratio a upon b. Now this, using this ratio, you need to find out what is the value here. Now here you have got square for a and b. So first what you have to do is square it on both the sides. Squaring, you get a square upon b square is equal to 49. When you square it, you are getting the answer is 2401 and 3 square is 9. So I have done the calculation and I have kept it. So I have written it is 2401. Now next you have squared the number. Now what is the coefficient of a? Coefficient of a is 3 and coefficient of b is 7. So you have to multiply on both the sides by 3 upon 7. So multiply by 3 upon 7. Now what I'll do, I'll rub the top portion because you don't have place to complete it, so we'll complete it here. So multiplying by 3 upon 7 you get 3a square upon 7b square is equal to 2401 upon 9. This also you have to multiply it by 3 upon 7. Now when you multiply it by 3 upon 7, you can cancel it. 3 1s are 3 3s are 7 1s are 7 3s are 21, 30 remains, 7 4s are 28, 21 remains, 7 3s are 21. So you are getting the answer as 3a square upon 7b square is equal to, here you are left with 343 upon 3. Now next what you have to do to get this one, what you have to do, you have to use componendo dividendo. So by componendo by dividendo, you get 3a square plus 7b square upon 3a square minus 7b square is equal to 343 plus 3 upon 343 minus 3. So now this is equal to 346 upon 340. Now further what you have to do, you can cancel that. You can cancel it. So when you cancel it, 2 1s are 2, 2 7s are 14, 2 3s are 6, 2 1s are, so you get it as 173 upon 170. Now but in the problem what you have got minus in the numerator. So you have to take invertendo to get the minus in the numerator. Then by invertendo, you get 3a square minus 7b square upon 3a square plus 7b square is equal to, even here also you have to invert it, so you get 170 upon 173. Now all these problems what you have worked out in this exercise, they have told to write the ratio. So you can either leave it like this, or you can write the answer in the form of 170 is to 173. So all the problems, the final answer you can write it in the term of ratio. Now the fourth problem you have got, solve the following equations. Solve means you need to find out what is the value of x. But when you're finding out the value of x, you have to use the property what you have learned, and then you have to do the simplification. So now here first problem you have got 4th, the first one, x square plus 12x minus 20 upon 3x minus 5 is equal to x square plus 8x plus 12 upon 2x plus 3. Now in all these problems, you can make the numerator terms in the numerator and denominator same by multiplying. Maybe sometimes in some problems you have to multiply the numerator, in some cases you have to multiply the denominator. So here if I multiply the denominator by 4, 4 3s are 12, 4 5s are 20, I will make these two terms equal. Same way if I am multiplying here by 4, I have to multiply the other side also by 4. So when I multiply this by 4, what I get, 4 2s are 8 and 4 3s are 12. So when I multiply the denominator by 4, I am getting same terms in the numerator and denominator. When you get the same terms in the numerator and denominator, then you can use the property of componendo or dividendo to eliminate the terms. So we'll see how you have to go about it. So multiply by, since you're multiplying the denominator by 4, write it as 1 upon 4. If you just write it as 4, then it becomes that you're multiplying the numerator. When you're multiplying the denominator, you have to write it in the form of fraction. Because if you just write multiply by 4, that means you're multiplying the numerator by 4. So now what you get here is 1 upon 4 on both sides. So you get x square plus 12x minus 20 upon 4 into 3x minus 5 is equal to x square plus 8x plus 12 upon 4 into 2x plus 3. So when you multiply it, what you get here is x square plus 12x minus 20 upon 4 3s are 12x, 4 5s are 20. The other side x square plus 8x plus 12, 8x plus 12. When I multiply here, I get 8x plus 12. Now you have got the same terms here, I have got the same terms here. Now to eliminate those two terms, if you have got the operation of subtraction, then you will change the sign of both the terms. So it gets eliminated when you use the property of dividendo. So now here what you have to do here is how to decide whether you have to use componendo or dividendo. If both are of the same signs, use dividendo. If both are with opposite signs, here you got plus, here you got minus, here you got minus, if you got plus here. If they are with opposite sign, use the property of componendo. So here since it is of same signs, you have to use the property of dividendo. By dividendo. What is dividendo? You have to subtract and write it. So you get x square plus 12x minus 20. Dividendo minus 12x plus 20 you get. And denominator should be written as it is. That is 12x minus 20 has to be written as it is. The same thing what you have to do on the other side also. So is equal to x square plus 8x plus 12. This becomes minus 8x and this becomes minus 12. And in the denominator write the same thing, 8x plus 12. Now 12x, 20 and 20 gets cancelled. This also gets cancelled. So what you are left with in the numerator, you are left with x square upon 12x minus 20 here. On the other side you have got x square upon 8x plus 12 you have got. Again you have got x square on both the sides. When you have got x square on both the sides, now here suppose if x takes the value as 0, the left hand side and the right hand side will be equal. If you give the value of x as 0, the left hand side and the right hand side value will be equal. So one of the solution will be x is equal to 0 is a sure solution. You have to find out one more solution which satisfies the equation. So to simplify it further, you have got x square on both the sides which can be cancelled. Then cross multiply. So when you cross multiply you will get 12x minus 20 is, because here when you have cancelled it, it remains 1 here. You have got 1 in the numerator is equal to, you get 8x plus 12. Get x terms to one side and the numbers to the other side. So you get 12x minus 8x is equal to 12 plus 20. 12 minus 8 is 4x is equal to 12 plus 20 is 32. Or you get value of x is equal to 32 upon 4 which is equal to 8. So therefore the solution of the equation is x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 8 will be the solution of the equation. Solve means you need to find out what is the value of x which satisfies this equation. So now suppose when you substitute x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 8 on both the sides and simplify it, left hand side value and the right hand side value will be equal. That is the meaning of solution of the equation. So this is how you have to simplify the problem. We will take 2 more problems. Third problem. Take the third one. 10x square plus 15x plus 63 upon 5x square minus 25x plus 12 is equal to now this is the problem. Now suppose if you take the value of x as 0, this becomes 0, this becomes 0, this also becomes 0 when you take value of x as 0. So here you are left with 63 upon 12. And the other side you will get 3 upon minus 5 you will get, because this becomes 0. So LHS and RHS is not equal, so x is equal to 0 is not a solution. So in the beginning itself you can decide whether x is a solution or not by substituting the value of x in the given expression. So when you substitute x as 0, this becomes 0, this becomes 0. So only value left is 63 upon 12. And the other side you will get 3 upon minus 5 where it is not equal. So therefore x is equal to 0 is not a solution. So which is the other value of x which satisfies this equation, which is the solution of the equation. For that what you have to do is, now here you have got x square term on one side only, you have got x square term here. So when you have got x square term only on one side, you have to use the property of alternando. Take this x square term to the numerator so that by multiplying and subtraction you can cancel the terms. So first what you are doing is by alternando, so what you get 10x square plus 15x plus 63 upon, bring this 2x plus 3 to the denominator. And this you have to take it to the numerator, the other side. 5x square minus 25x plus 12 and this write it as it is. Now when you look at the problem, by multiplying a common number to both the numerators, you can make the terms in the numerator and denominator equal. So if I multiply this one by 5, 5 2s are 5x, I have to multiply it by 5x. 5x into 2x is 10x square, 5x into 3 will be 15x. Same 5x you have to multiply the other side. 5x into x is 5x square, 5x into 5 will be 25x. So you have to multiply by 5x on both the sides. So you have to mentally calculate and see by what you have to multiply on both the sides to make the terms in the numerator and denominator equal. Then you do the multiplication. Multiply by 1 upon 5x. So what you get? Both the sides. Both sides you have to multiply. So what you get? 10x square plus 15x plus 63. I'll directly multiply and write it. 5x into 2x is 10x square. 5x into 3 will be 15 plus 15x. The other side, 5x square minus 25x plus 12 as it is. Now I have to multiply both the terms by 5x. 5x into x is 5x square. 5x into 5 is minus 25x. Now what you have to do is, you have to see which property, whether it is componendo or dividendo, you have to use here in solving that, so that you are able to cancel the terms. Now here you have got plus 10x square plus 10x square plus 15x plus. So same signs means you have to use the property of dividendo. So by dividendo, so what you get, what is the property of dividendo? You have to subtract it. So you get 10x square plus 15x plus 63 minus 10x square minus 15x. Both the terms with the minus sign you have to write it. And in the denominator you have to write the same thing, plus 15x. On the other side, numerator as it is, 5x square minus 25x plus 12. I have to change the sign and write it. So I'll write it down here, minus 5x square plus 25x. And in the denominator write that 5x square plus 25x as it is. Now what you have to do, plus 10x square minus 10x square plus 15x minus 15x. The other side, plus minus plus minus. So what you are left with here, 63 upon. Now what I'll do is, I'll take out commons to make the term simplest form. I'll take 5x as common here. When I take 5x as common, what you will get back the same equation, that is 2x plus 3 you will get. Then is equal to the other side, 12 upon, again 5x this side, take the, you will get the same expression, that is x minus 5. To make this simplification easier, I am taking out common factor. Now what you can do is, cancel this 5x on both the sides. Cross multiply and find out what is the value of x. So you get 63 into x minus 5 this side. The other side you get 12 into 2x plus 3. So you get this as 63x minus 5 3s are 15, 6 5s are 30, 31 is equal to 12 2s are 24x, 12 3s are 36. Now what I have to do, all x terms to one side, numbers to the other side. So I'll do it on the top here. So 63x take 24 to the other side, minus 24x is equal to 36 as it is, and this 315 plus 315. So now here what you get, 63 minus 24, 3 minus 9, 39x is equal to, now this you have to add it, 1 3 4 5 3, or you get x is equal to 351 upon 39. So now if you can cancel it, you have to cancel it. 9 9s are 81, 9 3s are 27, 27 plus, so it goes 9 times. So you get value of x is equal to 9. So the solution is x is equal to 9 is the solution. So this problem's a little bit lengthy, but if you understand which property you have to use it, easily you can complete it. Fourth sub question. Square root of 4x plus 1 plus root x plus 1 x plus 3 upon root 4x plus 1 minus root x plus 3 is equal to 4 upon 1. Now here you have got same terms with opposite sign. So you have to use the property of componendo dividendo. By componendo dividendo, you get root 4x plus 1 plus root x plus 3 numerator plus denominator root 4x plus 1 minus root x plus 3, and in the denominator you have to subtract it. Addition in the numerator, denominator subtraction. Root 4x plus 1 plus x plus 3 minus root 4x plus 1 plus, since you are subtracting, you have to change the sign of both the terms. So this will be 4 plus 1, addition in the numerator, subtraction in the denominator. So now here what you get here, opposite signs get cancelled, so these two gets cancelled. In the denominator, these two gets cancelled. So these are like surds, so you can add the two surds, so you will get 2 root 4x plus 1. Because here coefficient is 1, here coefficient is 1, you have to add the coefficients upon. Here also you will get 2 root x plus 3 is equal to 4 plus 1 5, and 4 minus 1 is 3. Now cancel these two. Now to remove this root, what you have to do is you have to square it on both the sides. Squaring, you get 4x plus 1 upon x plus 3 is equal to 5 square is 25, 3 square is 9. Now next what you have to do is now to remove the square root, you have squared it on both the sides, and this is the expression you got. Now it is very simple, you have to just cross multiply and find out what is the value of x. So these two I will multiply, these two I am multiplying. 9 4s are 36x plus 9 is equal to 25 into x is 25x plus 25 into 3 is 75. What I have done, both the terms are multiplied by 9 I have written. Here both the terms are multiplied at 25 and I have written it here. So now get the terms to one side. 36x minus 25x is equal to 75 minus 9. So here you get 11x is equal to 66, or you get x is equal to 66 upon 11, or you get the value of x is equal to 6. So the solution of the equation is x is equal to 6. So like this you have to. Now here, since you got square root, to remove square root you have squared it on both the sides. If you have got whole square, you have to take the square root. If you have got whole cube, you have to take the cube root. So this is how you complete work out the problems based on the properties of componendo dividendo.